property to somebody, that would be voluntary alienation. Or, they legacy or bequest in the will allows the descendant, the person who died, to direct the disposition of the estate, who gets what, and some terms regarding wills and estates. Devise, that's gift of real property, right? And it's given to the devisee. So if somebody's leaving the house to their heir, well, the house is called a devise, and the person who receives the house is called the devisee. I'm sure you've watched movies, and somebody's reading the will. I hereby bequeath to my son,
I hereby bequeath.
Corvette.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a bequest or a legacy is a gift of personal property, and the person receiving the personal property is called the legatee, right? Legacy or bequest, legatee. Hereditaments. That's any real or personal property that can be inherited.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they have some more terms for us regarding voluntary alienation. You've got probate, and I know you guys have heard that term, probate.
Can y'all see that shit? Because I can't.
Probate is just the legal process.
But I'm going to get this shit done.
To
90 hours.
The validity of the will.
90 hours.
And what assets in the estate will be given to,
Cash App, $BishopLo.
And like I said, unfortunately, my mother passed
this shit
away,
ain't cheap.
8 years ago, and I was the executor of the estate.
Yeah, I fucked up my dad's estate.
And
never forgive myself for that. I lost my daddy's house for $5,000 in taxes.
But I still had to take
sad
that will to the county courthouse.
But I'm still here.
And get the will probated. And again, that's the courts determine the validity of the will. But they said, yes, everything was in order. It was done properly. And so then we just go by the directions of the will as far as who gets what.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we had to pay tax. The state had to pay taxes on the personal property that she...
Of course. And that's where I fucked up. I didn't have that $5,000.
Distributed according to the will. Now, if she died intestate, which means without a will, then the court
intestate
will determine the assets and who gets what.
Mm-hmm.
And they will be distributed according to state law. Right?
Good evening.
And again, that's called intestate succession.
Blessings.
So if somebody dies without a will, then they go to the state playbook that says, oh, okay, here's what, the immediate family, spouses, kids.
Just smash that like button if you so desire.
Percentage.
I would appreciate it. If you could double tap that screen for me.
And a few more terms. Again, person dies with a will, they die intestate. Without a will, intestate.
Mm-hmm.
If it was a male person leaving a will, they were the testator. A female that leaves a will is called a testatrix.
Mm-hmm. Testatrix.
Personal representatives.
Testatrix.
As I mentioned, I was the executor of my
church. What's up, Aunt?
If my sister
I'm in real estate school.
She would be the executrix.
$775, man.
The person who's appointed by the probate court to oversee probate is called the administrator.
Blind.
The administrator.
Legally blind.
And another
no legs.
Method of voluntary alienation is called
49, about to be 50 on January 6th. Hint. January 6th, I'll be 50, y'all.
College experience.
I'm in real estate school.
When they're writing their will, they might say, hey.
Good to see you, Uncle Aztec. Good to see you, man.
Assets I'm leaving to the college. Those were the best years of my life. I love that college. I'm going to leave, I'm going to leave all my assets to Charleston Southern or Furman University or Wofford or whatever. They're going to dedicate those that.
Yeah, I'm catching up to you, man. Oh shit, it stopped again. God damn it. Why did it stop? Hold on, y'all. Damn it. That shit better not start over from the beginning. Shit been doing that all day. I've been in class. I've been in class since like 9:20 this morning. Nah, not that early. I think it was like 11. Why did that shit stop? Oh boy, why did it stop?
South Carolina 60-hour
God
pre-licensing
damn it, it
Unit 1
started
training
over.
program.
We're
You are
gonna have
now
to fast
beginning
forward this shit, homie.
South Carolina 60-hour.
Shit. Let's see what was that.
And the standards for recording.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Now, for your altar
Bishop,
deeds,
you went off on
nothing
Sunday's
avoided, unrecorded
sermon.
deeds can cause issues when dealing
What
with
you mean I went off? All I did was
title,
tell the truth.
tax implications. So
Okay, okay. You say I went off? Did I lie?
Recorded.
Did I lie?
They routinely are recorded. I mean, it's a very rare.
I'm not finished with that series either.
Where a deed
I had a whole lot
recorded.
more. Did I lie, Uncle Aztec?
That it is not necessary to record a deed for it to be valid.
Absolutely not.
But they
Okay.
should be
All right.
recorded.
That's all that matters, damn it. As long as I didn't stand there telling no lies, damn it. Because I don't do that shit.
So, there are three commonly
You can't charge me with lying. You could charge me with being extra. You could charge me with being unorthodox. But you can't charge me with being no damn liar.
It is going to...
Church?
It's going to be the best thing for the buyer. It's going to... There are...
Now, I'm in real estate school at 50 years old trying to reset my fucking clock. Have I lost my mind?
To the buyer.
I'm fucking blind as shit, struggling. Yo, when I say I'm struggling through this shit, oh my God. Not only am I struggling, I'm sick as a motherfucker. All the odds are against me. All the odds are against me. You know what I'm saying with this real estate school shit, but watch what I'm gonna do.
Again, sometimes they call it a general warranty deed. Sometimes they just call it a warranty deed, but it's the greatest protection to the buyer. Now, you've also
what's that, a GRTD? What you talking about?
Warranty deed.
Oh yeah, warranty deed. Warranty deeds.
Warranties are limited. The guarantees are limited, and it's basically
they were just talking about tax lien properties.
They owned it forward. They don't go back to the beginning of.
I've never been to a.
So it offers less protection
to a Catholic that put it that way ever. You never been to a Catholic church that put, hey, you ain't gonna find no churches that put nothing. They're not gonna put it the way I put it because, you know,
now you're gonna see a special warranty deed.
They need your money.
Foreclosures, you know, if a buyer is buying a foreclosed property.
The difference is I want your money. I don't, you know, they need your money. I'm just fucking with y'all, man. Nah, but the money would help me though. I ain't lying.
If
Shit.
the bank owns the property and it's a foreclosure sale, they don't want to guarantee.
I mean, y'all paying these people for lies. Why not give a little bit for some truth?
They owned it forward, but it's still fine.
Let me see.
The buyer's gonna get
or Christian or Lutheran or Baptist or Jehovah's Witness. Yeah, you ain't gonna find this shit in none of those factions.
It's perfectly okay to buy a property and get.
Cause they all shit.
General warranty deed is
I almost fucked it up. Yeah, cause they built on lies, man.
That aren't specifically noted.
I don't have no religion to satisfy.
Covenant of further assurance. So that
I would expect y'all to tell me if my nose is nasty, man.
If another document in the future is required to make good
50 years old in real estate school fighting fucking brain cancer. Shit is crazy.
The covenant of quiet enjoyment.
I know these fucking headaches been coming hard and heavy lately.
Title will be
like before I had that damn brain surgery.
claims or attempts to get the property.
And these seizures are relentless.
You know, if Judge claims.
But I'm gonna get this real estate school done. 90 hours, y'all.
Property, generations, and they try to make a claim.
90 hours.
This is a covenant against that. That the seller's saying, look, you won't have to deal with that. Covenant of warranty forever, which basically, if sometime in the future,
Universal Truth of Life Ministries, amen.
The grantor,
that's right.
The seller promises to compensate the buyer, the grantee.
Somebody call me Lawrence Fishburne. Oh shit! Damn.
The seller promises a lot of things.
Lawrence Fishburne.
All these covenants.
Damn. That's fucked up.
Congratulations. You have now completed session A2.6. Let's move on to the next one. Session A2.7.
Let me look for this jacket.
I look like Larry Fishburne now. Do I really look like him now? Eat the cake out of me. Anime? Taste the cake, Ann. Ann, taste the cake. I don't want no cake. Ann, taste the cake. Ann, just taste the cake, Ann. Give me the motherfucking gun, Trey. What's another iconic Lawrence Fishburne line? He is the one. Remember when you talk about Neo and shit? I gotta take a break from this fucking real estate school, man. This shit is frazzling my brain. I've been in school all day. Let me see. That's a compliment. Lawrence Fishburne looks like the bishop. He got bad skin, though. His skin is terrible on his face. If you look at close-ups of him, he wore very heavy makeup in his movies. That's a beaver. That's a beaver right here. Old beaver and shit. Boy, this thing feels so good. Whew, taking a break from class, man. Sit here and reflect on my life. I can't have no Baileys right now because that damn milk is mucus forming. I'm about to put on my robe and turn this fan off because it's freezing in here. I got my nipples covered though. Guys can't get me for no nudity. How about that? Chinchilla? You know I got one. Nah, that's beaver up top. I don't have a chinchilla hat anymore. I had one that I had with this coat that I got, but somebody stole the hat. Fucking $4,000 hat. You know, cocaine is a hell of a drug, man. I wasted so much money on articles of clothing over the years. And now at 50, I ain't got nothing but a few little pieces of clothes to show for it. No legs, can't see shit. Hey, but you know what, damn it? I'm still here, baby. I'm still here. Damn it. Let me see. It's freaking hot in Texas. What part of Texas you in, Aztec? I got a brother that live in Texas, either Houston or Dallas, one or the other. I can't remember. Let me see what this next fucking segment is. God damn it. When I'm focused on some shit, I'm focused on some shit. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. That's what they're gonna tell you. Austin, okay. Austin, Texas. There's a lot of hatred towards I'm going to disagree with you there on that. Who said that? There's a lot of hatred towards white people these days. I'm going to disagree with you, Jake, and I'm going to say that it's my opinion that there's a lot of hatred towards all people right now. We under a political dictatorship that's breeding hatred towards white people, towards all people. Hey, I appreciate that gift. Who sent that gift? Oh, blessings. Thank you for the Sunday. Let me see. Dallas is where I live. Okay. I think my brother might live in, either my brother or my sister-in-law live in Dallas. I think my sister-in-law live in Dallas and he might live in Houston. I'm not sure. Hey, man, Trump is full of hate. Well, I didn't say, I didn't say specific. I just said we under, a political dictatorship, I'm not going to specify, Trump, goddammit. Yeah, I hate your motherfucker. He's full of hatred and he's spreading hate and promoting hate. And America is a hateful country, so they just, they eating that shit up. So I'm gonna say that, in my opinion, racism is being extended to all races, not just white people. I hate to say it. Yeah, Hey, Mimi, how you doing? What's some advice for a teenager? That's a good question. Advice for teenagers is to not allow yourself to be indoctrinated into any religion or political party. No affiliation with either religion nor politics. And be a free thinker. And if you're a teenager, always strive to be better than the teenager you were the day before. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can tell you, man. Don't be an asshole. You don't need a belief in a God to be a moral and upright, upstanding citizen on this earth. You don't. You know the difference between right and wrong. Do right, and you should receive right. Notice I said should receive right. It don't always work out that way. Sometimes in life, right people get a lot of wrong deals, And you got to take the good with the bad. Don't be a follower, be a leader. Be an innovator. That's my advice to a teenager. I got 2 teenage sons. Hopefully they watch this video. Because unfortunately I don't have contact with them. But that's what I would tell my 2 sons. Age 14 and 15. One black, one white. And I tell them both the same thing. Oh, and one more thing. If a motherfucker put their hands on you, you put your hands and your feet on them. Yeah. Always remember that. Self-preservation. By any means necessary. I mean, that's what I would tell my 2 sons, Because that's what I was taught, and I'm still here. And I'm still fighting and surviving. Let me see. Bishop, you spread a lot of good advice, except when it comes to luck. Hey, whoa, Aztec, hold on now. Now listen, the word on the street is LaQuinta headed on back in the building, baby. The word on the street is they looking to process LaQuinta as we speak. Your girl is done. She going back in You need to go and watch Ali's last video. Just watch the video, bro. And all I'm going to say is, listen to the prophet when the prophet speak, man. Real talk. It's not a game out here. I don't do this shit for likes. I don't do this shit for you know what I'm saying? I do this shit because it's in me, and this assignment is bigger than me, man. Tried to save Quita, man. Told her, get the hell away from Marcus. You got to get the hell away from Marcus. You got to leave that alcohol alone, that cocaine. Cocaine, I don't fuck with that narcotic no more. I don't fuck with that narcotic no more. That cocaine, all that weed and that reefer and shit, and all that prostitute. Listen. Fuck all the rest of that shit. All that damn prostitution. All them $38.85 specials. I say, you got to stop that bullshit. That shit got to stop. And now, God almighty, say it ain't so. Yeah. Now they looking for that ass. Now the only circle she gonna be able to throw that ass in is a 6x9. And that ain't a circle, it's a square. Am I right about it? Or do I need to raise up the band? I don't get it. I said, and I quote, LaQuinta going back to prison. That's what I said, man. I didn't want this shit for her. What I wanted for her, and I said this from the beginning, was for Marcus. You listening, Marcus? I told you to get that woman some therapy. I told you to release your filthy hands from that woman and to turn her over to a program that could acclimate her to life outside of prison. You ain't do none of that shit. What you did, bought her some weed, some alcohol, and some goodies, and told that bitch to get up and make some fucking content. That's what you did, Marcus. And you did that woman a disservice. And you wrong for that, bro. And listen. I know it's all about the content. It's all about the content. Now back to the content. But listen, man, that content is going to be your karma, bruh. Marcus. Oh, Marcus. You had one job, bro. They saying in the streets you had one job, but you had two. You had two jobs, Marcus. And you failed that woman on both of them. Your first job was to line her up with some therapy. Not an OnlyFans account. Not a rose so she could squirt all over your camera while you filming her for her OnlyFans account. Not hotel room after hotel room after hotel room. Not a bank account to receive of the ill-gotten funds from prostitution. Huh? Voyeurism. OnlyFans. Whatever the fuck MP is, I ain't figured out what that is yet. But I got some people on the case trying to find out what MP is. If you know what MP is, put it in the comment section. It's probably something having to do with prostitution. I don't know. But it's one of Quita's businesses that, Marcus, you never should have facilitated her getting into, man. Yeah, you shouldn't have done that. You failed her there. You didn't get her the therapist she needed. You contributed to the delinquency of a felon. You contributed to the delinquency and the demise of a paroled felon, Marcus. What the fuck are you doing? You too old for this shit. See, I put this hat on right here. See, I didn't even mean to, but I'm glad I did. You know why? Remember when you said on that panel that you and I could never be the same because you make money on your women? Do you know what type of men make money off of their women? Do you know what type of men? I'm going to ask the chit chat bleep bloop section. What I got? Maybe 4 people here? What I got? I got 5 folk here. Do you 5 folk know what type of men make money off of their women? If you're not in the corporate world and you're not an executive. Anybody? Anybody bold enough to say it? It says it's time to move on to what's the other one we was watching, Bishop? Nah, I ain't even going back to that bullshit. We moving upward and we moving up and onward. We're gonna get into some content. Anybody know what type of man, what do they call a man out there, damn it, that makes money off of his women? Pimps. Oh shit. Okay. Somebody, Uncle Aztec said pimps. Okay, pimps. See? Marcus, the word is out, man. It look like you are online pimp. And that's not a good look. It's not. It's really not. Especially when a woman needs your resources. I'm not even going to say help, nigga. I'm going to say resources because you got the resources and you got access to other various resources in the state of Georgia, city of Atlanta, that you could funnel these people to, but you don't. Let's move on to Shatoria Jordan. Probably another one of Aztecs fan favorites, Shatoria Jordan, who lives in the tent in the state of Georgia, city of Atlanta. Another one of Marcus' interviewees that, he set up with a YouTube channel. See, Marcus set Quita up. Let's go back to Quita for a second. Marcus set old Quita up with OnlyFans so she can make her plays. That's the term they use. Plays, make plays. Going back to the 70s. These motherfuckers think they doing something, and then my daddy was making. Anyway, listen. Set up the young lady with OnlyFans as a way for her to get some income, he said. And I said a couple of months ago, he switched that account information to his own account information. Hadn't been verified or nothing, but the spirit told me, so that he could have access to them funds when Quita. Cause see, Quita is what we call in the business. See, she a cash. She his cash cow right now. Okay, yeah, that's his best bitch in the stable. You understand? See, but what she ain't is a bottom bitch. See, Marcus, you tried to make this bitch the bottom bitch, put her in the motherfucking crib, and make her the supervisor. All these other. See, that's where you was going all the way. See. It's amazing how the fucking universe works, man. Now, see what would have really been interesting. I'm all over the place with this. Follow me, y'all. Walk with me as I walk through this cesspool that's going on in the state of Georgia, city of Atlanta. See, now had Marcus gotten that house, that content house, now that's where it would have got interesting. See, now the reason ain't none of that shit went through, they could come up with all kind of fucking, I didn't get somebody put their money up and all this other bullshit, yada, yada, I didn't get the content house because somebody else put their deposit up. You knew that bitch had a warrant, Marcus, huh? You knew that hoe had warrants, and you wasn't going to put her in no motherfucking house with your name attached to it on no damn lease, and you wasn't going to get hemmed up and all that. Boy, you smart. You backed right on out of that deal, and I respect that shit. You know what I'm saying? You so fucking predictable though. See, if I didn't have the experience that I had, that I have, that I gained years ago, I wouldn't have been able to figure out this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know? But you know, Marcus set this young lady up, you know, put her on the right path, got her a banking account to receive of her funds and shit, cash apps, you know, we could set everything up, you know, so she could get these ill-gotten funds, huh? From prostitution. Prostitution. See, they hard on human trafficking right now. See what I'm saying? Hard. Yeah, they real hard on human trafficking, especially amongst us niggers. Am I right about it? Hmm? Welcome, y'all. Hit that like button, y'all. They hard on that human trafficking right now, and that shit y'all got going on in Atlanta, it got to be stopped. See what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, Marcus, you done pretty much built your case online already for them. You know what I'm saying? And I just can't understand why a person would do some shit like that. Mm-hmm. That's what it is, man. So what's going to happen next? Nobody knows. You know? This woman's possibly on the run. You know, now she at her family house with these churn over there and shit, you know. Hopefully, don't nobody go to the family house, you know, kicking in no doors, waving the 4-4s, and the babies is in there, you know. Because she a felon. They not going to be nice when they do this shit. They're not going over there like, hey, Quita, come on, let's go. No. The task force, they got a task. They got one fucking task. And, you know, they do what they got to do to accomplish that shit. Hold on, y'all. Let me put my robe on properly. I'm struggling right now. Oh, Quita. Well, it ain't like we ain't tell her, you know. It ain't like, you know, there's some kind of surprise and shit. Like, bang, you know, surprise. No, we told you. You got to stop that bullshit you doing, Quita. Otherwise, you going back in. Now, they're looking to put her in. What y'all think about that? That's bad. From all that music. Oh, then we got Shatoria living in the tent. Mm-hmm. Got Shatoria living in the tent. Uh-huh. 50? Nah, I couldn't fool with 50. I don't get along with trolls. I'm ignoring one right now. Uh-huh. I feel horrible, man. I've been in school all day. I think I might go get some coffee. I don't know. Make some coffee and Baileys. That might be pretty good. Bishop, don't listen to the trolls. I ain't fucking with no trolls. I ain't got time for that shit. I'm in real estate school at 50 years old. My birthday is January 6th. January 6th, 5 days after New Year's. My cash app is $ BISH. Nah, hit the ministry one for the building fund. $ UTOLM for the birthday, January 6th. I'll be 50 years old. No, I would never put your music on, ever. No. My channel's not for your music. It's for my messages, which I gave a good one tonight. I hope y'all didn't miss that message tonight. The message tonight was to be yourself at all times. At all times. Don't ever be anybody else, because you're going to fail. You'll always be successful at being yourself, and you will fail every time you attempt to be someone else. I'm off this bitch, y'all. Y'all be blessed until the next one. Hey, Marcus, do better, man. I can't totally blame you for this woman's downfall, but damn if you ain't a hell of a contributor at it, man. Whatever you can do financially to get that lady out of this shit, if you can. I don't even know if there's a way to get out of it. Marcus, you got to do right, man. That 1,200 ain't shit. I'm gone, y'all. Till the next one. Be blessed.